grandchildren. He had so much love for them, the Prophet ﷺ, that he used to play with them. He would carry Hassan radiallahu anh on his chest while lying down. He would lie with him on his chest. And Hussein radiallahu anh. And sometimes while he would be in sajda, Hassan and Hussein radiallahu anh would jump onto his back and they would hold on to him. And one day the Prophet ﷺ was leading jama'ah. What was he doing? And one of the grandchildren jumped on his back. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't want him to, miss out on his fun. So he stayed in sajda extra long. And then he stayed so long that finally when he got up, someone asked, "O Messenger of Allah, why was the sajda so long?" The Prophet ﷺ said, "My grandson is on my back, that's why. I was just letting him enjoy himself." Right? And the Prophet ﷺ, one day he's at home, and Hussein radiallahu anh, if I'm correct, or Hassan radiallahu anh, one of the two, they jumped on the back of the Prophet ﷺ. You know how we give our kids like animal rides? Like, they call it camel ride or whatever different rides. The Prophet ﷺ is giving him a ride. And a person passing by said, "O Messenger of Allah, look how beautiful of a ride he has. Like, look at his ride. His name is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look how lucky his ride is." And the Prophet ﷺ said, it's not the rider that's lucky, it's the one who's being ridden that's also lucky as well. His love for his children. He said that they love me, they're lucky, but I'm also lucky that he's riding my back. The Prophet ﷺ is giving the khutbah, and the kids walk in and they're falling. And what does he do? He stops the khutbah, picks them up, puts them on his lap, and continues the khutbah. So much love for his children. One parent came to me not too long back and said, "Sheikh, I have a complaint against my son." I said, "What's the complaint?" He said, "My son doesn't sit down and talk with me." Old man, 56 years old, his complaint was that his son doesn't spend time with him. I called his son and I said, "Is this true, that you don't spend time with your father?" He said, "Sheikh, I'm not going to lie, it's true, I don't spend time with my father." I said, "Why not?" He said, "If I tell you, I'm not sure if you're going to like it." He said, "Tell me, what's the issue?" His father was sitting there too. I said, why don't you spend time with your dad?" He said, "To be honest with you, when I was 19 years old, when I was younger, when he was like in his high school, college time, he said, when I was younger, my dad really didn't spend time with me. He was too busy working the double, triple job. He never spent time with me when I was growing up. So when he didn't spend time with me when I was younger, why does he expect me to spend time with him when he's older?" You guys understand? It's in Arabic they say, "Kama tadinu tudan." What goes around comes around. So communicating, having that healthy communication. Children sitting down communicating with their parents. Because the average American kid cannot communicate with their parent after the age of 14. Once a child hits the age of 14, most parents can no longer communicate with their children honestly. That bond of communication is shattered. Right? It's because we don't know how to deal with it, which is another thing within